Fairy MOM classification. XX. The fairy is a small and decorative beast of little intelligence. Often used or conjured by wizards for decoration, the fairy generally inhabits woodlands or glades. Ranging in height from 1 to 5 inches, the fairy has a minute humanoid body, head, and limbs but sports large insect-like wings, which may be transparent or multicolored, according to type. The fairy possesses a weak brand of magic that it may use to deter predators, such as the augury. It has a quarrelsome nature but, being excessively vain, it will become docile on any occasion when it is called to act as an ornament. Despite its human-like appearance, the fairy cannot speak. It makes a high-pitched buzzing noise to communicate with its fellows. The fairy lays up to 50 eggs at a time on the underside of leaves. The eggs hatch into brightly colored larvae. At the age of 6 to 10 days these spin themselves a cocoon, from which they emerge 1 month later as fully formed winged adults. Fire crab MOM classification. XXX. Despite its name, the fire crab greatly resembles a large tortoise with a heavily jeweled shell. In its native Fiji, a stretch of coast has been turned into a reservation for its protection, not only against muggles, who might be tempted by its valuable shell, but also against unscrupulous wizards, who use the shells as highly prized cauldrons. The fire crab does, however, have its own defense mechanism. It shoots flames from its rear end when attacked. Fire crabs are exported as pets but a special license is necessary. Flobberworm MOM classification. X. The flobberworm lives in damp ditches. A thick brown worm reaching up to 10 inches in length, the flobberworm moves very little. One end is indistinguishable from the other, both producing the mucus from which its name is derived and which is sometimes used to thicken potions. The flobberworm's preferred food is lettuce, though it will eat almost any vegetation. Fwooper MOM classification. XXX. The fwooper is an African bird with extremely vivid plumage. Fwoopers may be orange, pink, lime green, or yellow. The fwooper has long been a provider of fancy quills and also lays brilliantly patterned eggs. Though at first enjoyable, fwooper song will eventually drive the listener to insanity, and the fwooper is consequently sold with a silencing charm upon it, which will need monthly reinforcement. Fwooper owners require licenses, as the creatures must be handled responsibly. 17. Muggles have a great weakness for fairies, which feature in a variety of tales written for their children. These fairy tales involve winged beings with distinct personalities and the ability to converse as humans, though often in a nauseatingly sentimental fashion. Fairies, as envisaged by the Muggle, inhabit tiny dwellings fashioned out of flower petals, hollowed-out toadstools, and similar. They are often depicted as carrying wands. Of all magical beasts, the fairy might be said to have received the best Muggle press. 18. Ulrich the Oddball attempted at one time to prove that Whooper song was actually beneficial to the health and listened to it for 3 months on end without a break. Unfortunately, the Wizards' Council to which he reported his findings were unconvinced, as he had arrived at the meeting wearing nothing but a toupee that on closer inspection proved to be a dead badger.